Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Alex's Quotes by Famous People. Tonight, we're in for a treat. Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, two of the most famous entertainers in the world. Too bad they're no longer with us, but while they were here, we enjoyed the hell out of them. Let's go with Frank Sinatra tonight. Some of his famous quotes, and then we'll get to Dean Martin. What we're going to do is we'll do five with Frank Sinatra, and we're going to do five with Dean Martin all on one take. See how that goes. If you guys like it, let me know. If you don't like it, let me know. Here we go. Frank Sinatra. Frank Sinatra passed away May the 14th, 1998, at the age of 82 years old. First quote from Frank Sinatra. Alcohol, alcohol may be man's worst enemy, but the Bible says, love your enemy. That's a good one. They used to like to put the booze down. That's for sure. Okay, number two, Frank Sinatra. One of his favorite quotes. People often, I can't work them out tonight. People often remark, I'm pretty lucky. Lucky is only important insofar as getting a chance to sell yourself at the right moment. After that, you've got to have talent and know how to use it. There you go. You got to know how to use it. But then in today's world, doesn't seem you have to have much talent to be famous. You know, Kardashians, why are they famous? Well, we'll get to that next time. There we go. Here we go. Okay, number three quote, Frank Sinatra. It's interesting. He said this about another singer, which again is in their class. For my money, Tony Bennett is the best singer in the business. He excites me. When I watch him, he moves me. He sings, he's the singer who gets across what the composer has in mind, and probably a little more. Tony Bennett was his favorite singer. I knew that from reading a lot of stories on him. But that's pretty interesting. Unreal. You know, these guys like each other. You know, who would Frank Sinatra listen to? His songs? Sure. But they do like other people's songs too. That's something. Okay, here we go. It's going pretty quick here. Number four, Frank Sinatra, number four quote. I believe that God knows what each of us wants and needs. It's not necessary to make it to church on Sunday to reach him. You can find him any place. Very true. Very true. I'm not a church going person, but I do talk to God a lot. Okay, here we go. That was number four. Number five, quote, Frank Sinatra. Whatever else has been said about me probably is unimportant. When I sing, I believe I'm honest. Mm, he sings from the heart, that's for sure. That's for sure. You see, had a talent of a certain way of breathing and holding a note that not too many guys could do. And that was his trademark. I can't catch it. I don't know how that works, but that's what they said. He had the talent to hold a note a certain way in his breathing and whatever. It was pretty hard to duplicate. Okay, here we go. That was number five. Okay, number six. Basically, I'm for anything that gets you through the night, be it prayer, tranquilizers, or a bottle of Jack Daniels. Hey, bottle of Jack, get you around, Jack. That's for sure. It'll get you around and then it'll drop you down. Okay, here we go. Frank Sinatra, number 7. May you live 100 years, and may the last voice you hear be mine. He outlived you, buddy. 82 years old. He almost made it there. By golly. And this one here, I said before, but I put it in the, you know what? I went over 5. I forgot. I had so many. It went by so quickly. I'm going to give you the 8. It's going to be 8 of them. Wow. Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway, now I got to see if I can do 8 of Dean Martin. Number 8, Frank Sinatra, the last one of the night. Best revenge is massive success. Think on that one. I said that one before. I think one of my first quotes that I put up the other night. That's a pretty good one. The best revenge is massive success. Just show them how good you really are. Put the bucks in your pocket. There you go. Okay, now let's see what we got here. Oh, here's a little trivia I wanted to put in there. I forgot I put that in here. If you guys remember, the little nickname for the group was the Rat Pack. Well, actually, doing some reading, which I've heard this before, but I never really actually read it. The original Rat Pack went back when Humphrey Bogart and that group, Humphrey Bogart and who am I trying to think of? His wife. I'm thinking. Hang on. Oh, Lauren Bacall. That's right, Lauren Bacall. She was the one that said the word Rat Pack, and I'll try to repeat what she said. Uh, she said she was the one that christened them. Bacall said they look like a goddamn rat pack. That's what she's talking about. But the Rat Pack included Elizabeth Taylor, Judy Garland, Katharine Hepburn, Ava Gardner, and David Niven, and Spencer Tracy, and Robert Mitchum, which I never knew, and Humphrey Bogart. That was, and Frank Sinatra was in there too when he was younger in that group. But then, after Humphrey Bogart passed away in 1957, the name would eventually come to represent the the 5-person group: Sinatra, Martin, Davis Jr., Lawford, Bishop. They reportedly referred to themselves as the Clan or the Summit. The group never called themselves the Rat Pack. The name was generally adopted by the media and and has struck wait a minute, and has stuck wait a minute, I can't read, my eyes are blue, and has stuck to this day, and is stuck to this day, the Rat Pack, despite Frank Sinatra's public disdain for the label. He didn't really like it. He didn't really like the Rat Pack. But, you know, press, they did it. Okay, let me go get Dean Martin now. Hang on. I'll get Dino out here. That was pretty good. I enjoyed, anything about these guys is very interesting to me. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. God, years ago, there was about 8 of us. We went to Las Vegas, just 8 guys. God, we were just young men at that time. Dean Martin was in his prime. He was playing at one of the hotels. If I'm not mistaken, it might have been the MGM. And just walk in there to see that man sitting on a stool was unbelievable. Unbelievable. The man practically just sat there and talked. He sang, but we had a table right up to the stage. My arm was sitting on the stage, looking up at this man, and we had a long table with 8 guys on it. And there we were all feeling good. Tell me, the man was wearing this beautiful tuxedo. He was wearing suede shoes with a little buckle on them. Had a little pinky ring on. The man was gorgeous, just beautiful. And he just talked. And we said to each other, just talk, You don't have to sing. You just sit there and talk. And he told us stories and everything. Not everybody. But we felt like he was talking right to us. But we're practically at his feet. Had the best table in the house. It was a great, great time. I'm glad we saw him. Anyways, I want to tell you earlier before I said about Dean Martin. My wife and I did see Frank Sinatra later on when he was older in Las Vegas. We went there, I think it was for our anniversary or something. The man put on a good show, but it was the time in his life where he was kind of forgetting some of the words. He was a little older. They had these monitors on stage. You see he's reading them. He was having a hard time. But let me tell you something. Nobody cared. They were there just to listen to him, and that's it. I keep putting these on. I keep forgetting I have them on. Anyway, here we go. Dean Martin quotes. Our friend Dean Martin passed away December the 25th, 1995, at the age of 78 years old. Just so happened on that day, I knew exactly where I was. We were at one of my very good friend's house. He passed away since then. And there was about 8 or 10 of us in the house with our families. The men we're all sitting around our table. The girls are all at their table. And we're drinking, having a good time. This was Christmas Day. All of a sudden, somehow, somewhere, somebody came up to us and says, "Did you hear? Dean Martin just died today." Oh my God, we were in shock. Every one of us in the whole house loved Dean Martin. We got all his records. Every time we get drunk, we sing his songs and Frank Sinatra songs. So there's 8 or 10 of us sitting there at the table, and we at one time, one of my friends got up and he held out his drink and he says, "To Dean Martin, rest in peace." And we all did up. We all hold our drink out, and we all said, "To Dean Martin." That was something else. I'll never forget that. That was unbelievable. It's like one of the members of your family passed away. Anyway, here we go. Dean Martin quotes. Number one for Dean Martin. If people want to think I get drunk and stay out all night, let them. That's how I got here. You know? Okay. That's how you got there. But it's true. They do say that he wasn't a boozer. He wasn't an all-nighter. Frank Sinatra would have parties. They say he was the party guy. Dean Martin would go to his room when they were doing their shows because he had to get up early to go golf. He loved golf. And he would go do his golf, do his thing, come back, get cleaned up, do the show, do the same thing again. But he wouldn't. His party was on the stage with the Rat Pack. And after that was over, he was done. He went golf. Okay, here we go. Number two, Dean Martin. Quote, "You're not drunk if you could lie down on the floor without holding on." That's the one I tried to tell you guys this morning when I was shaving. You're not drunk if you can lie down on the floor without holding on. That's his quote. Okay. Number three, Dean Martin on life. This is his quote on life. If this is just the beginning, my life is going to be beautiful. I guess he was doing pretty good. If this is just the beginning, my life is going to be beautiful. Good one, Dino. Okay, here we go. Number 4, Dean Martin. I've heard this before. This was on for teetotalers, people who don't drink. Sure, you guys know that. I feel sorry for people who don't drink. When they wake up in the morning, that's as good as they're going to feel all day. I feel sorry for people who don't drink. When they get up in the morning, that's as good as they're going to feel all day. In other words, you eat a couple of drinks and you to really feel good. Okay, that's a good one. That was number 4. Okay. Number 5 quote on his legendary status. Somebody asked him. And his answer on his quote was, I don't mind being a legend. I don't mind being a legend. That's good. It's a good thing. Okay. Okay. Question on his drinking. And he says, I don't drink anymore. I freeze it and I eat it like a popsicle. I don't do this. I just do this. And a boy, Dino. Okay, that was number 6 for Dino. And here we are on acting. Number 7 quote, Dean Martin. I can't stand an actor or actress who tells me acting is hard work. It's easy work. Anyone who says that has never had to stand on his feet all day dealing blackjack. I think he used to be a dealer in his younger days. I believe so. I heard that somewhere. Or he knows a lot of guys that did, dealing in blackjack. But I've heard that somewhere that he might have been a blackjack dealer a long time ago. He did like playing his cards. But that's pretty interesting. Okay, we're going to go to number 8 now. This is a little funny one. On drinking and driving. This is a question that they asked him. And here's his answer. Here's his quote. If you drink, don't drive. Don't even putt. Referring to golf. The driver can putt. If you drink, don't drive. Don't even putt. That's a good one. Okay, this is going to be the last one. Number 9 for Dean Martin. On his legacy. This is what he would like people to think of him after he's gone. I want to be remembered as a damn good entertainer. Nothing spectacular. A good entertainer who made people enjoy themselves and made them laugh a little. I want them to think he was a nice guy. He did a pretty good job. And we love him. How do you think that? Huh? That's a good one. That's all he wanted. He was one of the richest entertainers. When he passed away, they say the man had a contract with NBC for all those shows he made, the Dean Martin shows, into the millions he made, beyond. Oh well, there we go. That's our Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra little quotes. Hope you guys enjoyed them. If you did, please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Give me some comments. If you got some quotes you want me to quote, I will quote them. Or somebody want me to follow and quote for you, I will. So anyways, all I got to say is good night. I'm kind of enjoying this. I hope you guys do. Uh, I enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoy it because but it's here. Have fun. Why not? Alex, I'm out. God bless you guys and God bless America.